you could say the craziest, most reckless shit, and that kind of fits within your character, right?
But see, when I say crazy reckless shit, it's only crazy reckless to the outside. To me, I feel like I have a point. But you know, it just, I guess that's why they let me do whatever, because I'm never like you know when No Name got on Twitter and was like, fuck my white fans or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I've never done any shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might say some crazy shit
Right.
because I mean it at the time, but I've never just come out and be like, you know what? I'm just generally feeling like fuck all of y'all.
Right.
Nothing specific. Fuck y'all.
What's that like though, to have to constantly kind of bottle up and hide your hatred of white people? Fresh off the top right there. I didn't write that down.
That's a beautiful question, man. Listen, man.
But okay, to be fair, a lot of rappers probably do have some kind of conflicted feeling about the fact that they have all these white kids screaming the N-word in their face every night at the show, right?
Nah, it doesn't bother me. If you come from a certain environment, you kind of know that, you know, if you have a lot of white people at your shows, if white people are consuming your product, you probably are making money. It's the reason why there's like a demand for it is because like white people, there's a lot of them in this country and they have a lot of money. And so if they're giving you their money, you're probably doing something right. That's just the way I've always seen it. You know, like when that white girl jumped on stage and said the N-word on Kendrick shit, like I was like, that motherfucker probably owns all the vinyls.
That might have been the first time that she found out she wasn't supposed to be doing that.
Straight up, because she was just probably sitting in the house listening to Kendrick all day. But it's just like, it doesn't actually bother me. I think it bothers people who like want to be perceived a certain way. They want to be seen as like a champion to a certain thing, or like they want to be perceived a certain way, and that the white fan base doesn't like. It doesn't. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't jive with that shit.
But I feel like you probably, most of your white fans are like the self-hating white fans who, like, if you said something about white people, they'd probably be like, "Yes, I agree."
It's 50-50. I think some of them are like that, and I think the rest of them are just, I don't know what it is. I have no fucking, I can't really explain it, but like, I come down and talk to them after shows, and I'm just like, I can't get a read on them. It's like halfway just super enthusiastic, and they just, I think some of them just like weird music, and I probably scratch an itch that they can't get.
But I remember being a kid and like going down the aggressive music rabbit hole, and you know, I'm listening to Blink 182, and then I'm listening to punk and
System of a Down and shit like
you know,
that.
New metal, and then death metal, and then black metal, and then grindcore. Those are 2020 futuristic vape pens, which you're welcome to go for. These are edibles. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Go crazy. Yeah. Those don't. That's just nicotine.
Oh yeah, I'll try one.
We have weed
if you
also.
don't mind. Yeah. I didn't bring any weed because for some reason I even though I've watched so many interviews where people are smoking, I just didn't bring weed. I was like, I can't smoke.
Right. You know, I feel you, but I also feel like a lot of people, their smoking weed personality is not as good as they think it is.
Oh yeah. They're probably just like,
not that I don't think you'd have a problem with it, but I interview people frequently where they just go quiet once they hit the blunt, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like you're acting like you do this all the time, dude.
No, I'm it's obscenely talkative when I smoke. So I apologize in advance.
No doubt.
But yeah, dude, I don't get questioned with that a lot, but every now and then I think people who want to try to get under my skin, they usually come to me with this like, you got white fans kind of thing, and it definitely doesn't. I think there's an element of it that bothers certain people, but to me, I just know what I come from, and it never really bothered me like that. But I just understand it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not something that I sit around at night and like keeps me up. Like I go on stage and I get a check. You know what I'm saying? I get paid, and then I go home and spend that shit. Right. So at its very core, I don't give a fuck on that level. But like, it doesn't bother me in any way, because I know, like, if a bunch of white people are consuming your shit, you're probably making money.
I mean, you're making them
not that if niggas are consuming it, you're not making money, but you get what I'm saying.
I mean, but they're coming to you on your terms.
Yeah.
It would feel different if you were like making music to court them, and then they're sort of like misinterpreting. You know, I think when Dave Chappelle left his fucking show, that was like his thing. He felt like his message was being manipulated, and he was not. You know, he didn't appreciate being treated this way and being promoted this way. I mean, you're basically in charge of all that, right?
Yeah. I have like control of my shit, and all that. And Dave Chappelle, he walked away from so much money just because like it actually did bother him. But I don't think it was the fans. It was like the shit in the back, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. But I mean, at a certain point, like if you're making jokes for your people, and then you realize that there's a shitload of people who are not your people who are having a good old time laughing at this, I could see how that would be, you know, not the ideal situation.
Again, I'm just older and have more life experience than a lot of these people, so it's just like, yeah, man, like sitting around and worrying about some shit like that would do nothing for you, because at the end of the day, if you make it really successful, you're going to be attracting mostly white people anyway. Like you go to festivals, it's gonna happen. There's you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're Tank or Lil Boosie or some shit, you're not gonna go to an arena and there's nothing but niggas there.
You should play one of those Boosie Fests that he does.
I would love to play the Boosie Fest. You don't understand. I used to go to that shit. I went to like 2 of them.
Seriously?
Yeah, man. It's in Louisiana. I used to live there.
That?
Fire.
Wow. I was thinking about hitting him up and just being like, yo, can I just slide to one of those things? I feel like I might have the time of my life.
He'd probably let you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him personally, but he'd probably let you.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like way too fun.
It's extremely fun, man. It's all good. It's all good vibes. I would definitely play there. He'd probably never let me play there, but I definitely would play there.
Right.
Because, like, yeah.
Have you thought at all about like who's watching this? Like whether, like, do you feel like you're speaking to your fans or to the No Jumper fans right now? Because it's a kind of 2 different conversations depending on who we want to speak to, right?
Probably No Jumper fans who probably either don't give a fuck or are just gonna be like whatever. And then, but everything I just said a minute ago was for my fans personally, just so they know. But yeah, the No Jumper fans are like people on the outside will probably look at this and be like, whatever, nigga. You just like white people or some shit. But
you just wanted to talk to another white person.
You just wanted to talk to another white person, you bitch ass nigga.
Collecting white people.